Good morning, volleyball fans. I can still say that. It's not quite noon yet. And welcome to the Red Zone here at Hicksville High School, the main gymnasium, and to the second of our Saturday morning special live streams. As we've got volleyball action on the Saturday morning with the Lady Vikings of Evergreen making the trip to Hicksville for a couple volleyball matches this morning. Glad to have you with us on this homecoming weekend. I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. With me this morning, Chris Warner will be operating the camera. He's overseeing the live stream as well. Thank him for getting up early. And actually, he can't complain too much because even though it was an early get up on a Saturday, he still got to sleep in an extra hour or so more than he would on a school day. So if you're just joining us for the first time this afternoon, welcome. Earlier in our first live stream in the junior varsity match, it was the Evergreen Lady Vikings winning 2-0. They won the first game 30-28 and game two 25-21. Evergreen is a school known for its volleyball program, so we are anticipating, again, a hard-fought volleyball match coming up here this morning. The Lady Vikings will be wearing white jerseys with green numerals, green trim, black shorts. The Lady Aces will be wearing their home white jerseys with the red numerals, black trim, black shorts. So it shouldn't be too hard to differentiate between the two. And, of course, in about 2 minutes, we will turn off our headset microphones. We'll send you down to the floor announcer. Mr. Paul Overmeyer, I think, is going to be doing that this morning for the official introduction of players, the national anthem, and all that. We do want to say a big thank you to our 4 diamond-level underwriting supporters making our coverage possible on this Saturday. That's the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Thanks also to APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and online at aptmfg.com/careers. A big thank you to the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, located in downtown Hicksville, Ohio. And give them a call at 419-542-6218. And also, ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, a world-class facility located in Hicksville's Industrial Park. And online at www.arcsolinc.com. There has been some minor changes made to the Aces roster that will take place starting with the match today. There have been a couple of gals who have moved up. Mika Inkrot has been moved up from the junior varsity to the varsity starting today. She'll be wearing number 8. And also McKenna Rice, has also been bumped up to varsity. Now, she still is on the JV roster as well, but she'll be one of the players now that will move back and forth between the JV and the varsity squad. So congratulations to both of those girls. And it also looks like I said, they literally handed us these revised rosters just moments ago, and it looks like Tesslyn Reed is not listed currently on the varsity roster.
Which, Bill, your roster for Evergreen is correct. I checked with the scores table, and they only had one revision, and all the other numbers and stats are correct.
Good. So Bailey Lumbreeser wearing number 13 is the lone addition there. So we're going to get ready. They're dropping the flag. We're going to turn off the headset microphones and send you down to the floor announcer, Mr. Paul Overmeyer, to get this varsity match underway.
Good afternoon, volleyball fans. Welcome to Hicksville High School, an exciting day of high school volleyball. Today, the Evergreen Vikings, coached by Troy Zabawa, will take on our own Hicksville Aces, coached by Samantha Lavin. The Board of Education, Superintendent, and Athletic Council of Hicksville High School extend to each of you a cordial welcome to today's volleyball game. Both Hicksville High School and Evergreen High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the high standards of conduct and sportsmanship required during athletic competition. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country with freedom like no other. In order to honor America and in respect for all who have served and who are currently serving to defend our freedoms, please stand and join in the singing of our national anthem. Your officials for today's contest are Bernard Mortica and Cynthia Schlatter. Their experience and integrity qualify them for their important part in this friendly interscholastic volleyball contest. Now introducing the non-starters for both teams. For the Evergreen Vikings, number 2, Paige Scheidler. Number 5, Lene Mann. Number 7, Cameron Merrill. Number 11, Addison Hill. Number 13, Bailey Lumbreezer. Number 14, Mary Doherty. For your Hicksville Aces, number 5, Kennedy Adams. Number 6, McKenna Rice. Number 7, Evie McAlexander. Number 8, Mika Ingram. Number 9, Lydia Van Studer. Now introducing the starters for Evergreen. Number 1, Haley Johnson. Number 3, Brooke Sintoven. Number 8, Lila Nash. Number 9, Lissa Rostock. Number 10, Taylor Johnson. Number 12, Addison Ricker. Libero, number 4, Molly Jo Doherty. And now here are your Hicksville Aces starters. Number 1, McKenna Baird. Number 2, Josie Smith. Number 3, Taylor Slattery. Number 4, Aubrey Baird. Number 10, London Zartman. Number 13, Elise Baldwin. Libero number 12, Martina Vasquez.
So the teams will head to the net to wish each other best of luck for the game coming up. And we'll get everybody in position and get ready to get this varsity match underway. Again, at the varsity level, it's the best 3 games out of 5. The officials will get themselves ready. And you may have noticed when they did the introduction, Cindy Schlatter is officiating today. Coach Schlatter, of course, joins us when she can. She's in a lot of demand right now as a official for the OHSAA to do a lot of volleyball games. But when she has free time and her schedule coincides, of course, you all know Slindy does play-by-play for our volleyball coverage. And we're not sure how things are going to work out, whether she's going to be able to join us for any regular season action between now and mid-October. But she is planning on being with us for our tournament coverage, starting with sectionals, which I think is the week of October 16th that those get underway.
Yes. And while I got time here, Bill, I'm going to go over the rankings. The Evergreen Lady Vikings are 5-7 overall, while they're 2-2 in the Northwest Ohio Athletic League Conference. The Hicksville Aces are 6-5, and 1-2 in the GMC.
And we are underway. And as you can tell, too, they will not be switching sides of the court. So the Vikings are on, if you're looking at your TV, the Vikings will be on what will be on your left-hand side. And you can tell that by the libero's green jersey. She just returned that serve. Tipped over. Aces with the early 1-0 lead. And that'll even it up at 1 o'clock, one each, rather. And you'll be able to keep updated on this score, whether I say it or not, again, because of the HIX-TV scoreboard cam. Chris desperately wants somebody to sponsor the scoreboard cam. Aces. And this goes over. Martina Vasquez, rather. And that's a nice little tip over from Elise Baldwin. And substitutions here is 2 in and 2 out for the Aces. Number 7 comes in, Evie McAlexander, and also up at the net, number 8, Mika Inkrot. McAlexander launches that one. It's out in the back. That's Kennedy Valena over there with the red flag. Haven't seen her for a while. Looks like she's doing well. Serves up, Vasquez. Baird tops it over. And a strike. Vasquez gets it. And I don't think anybody's going to be able to save that. As it goes over the scorers table. Vikings up now 3-2. Serves up. Vasquez skies that one. Inkrot, and over it goes from Baird. Inkrot again, now to Vasquez. Baldwin. And that'll be a point, as it's going to be a, not sure what that was. He used a hand motion. Even Coach Lavin was like, what do you mean by that? So the explanation was made, evidently. So it was a point for the Vikings. They're up now 4-2. That'll be out. That one just sails on them. So Aubrey Baird. Good looking serve. Strike, and it's dug out by the Aces. Another one. That one Vasquez can't quite get to in time. Man, that had some heat on it, both of those. Back to serve now for the Vikings, Brooks and Tobin, number 3. And Tobin puts it across. Up, Baird. Baldwin scores. Vasquez, serve up. And a point for the Aces. We're tied at 5. Vasquez serve, set up, and a strike off Martina's hands, off of Mr. Overmeyer, and a point for the Lady Vikings. As they've shown, they've got some girls that can really spike the ball and put some heat on it. The Aces will have to stay alert here. Good eye out. Nice job by Evie McAlexander pulling up and letting that sail by her. Tie it back up at 6, and McKenna Baird drops back for the serve. Baird serve. Right to the libero. A tip over. Oh. And that'll fall to the ground. It'll be a point for the Lady Vikings. And Nash, Lila Nash, to serve now for Evergreen. And that'll be another point for Evergreen. Troy Sabawa, the head coach for the Lady Vikings. Of course, Coach Samantha Lavin for the Aces. Oh, that was just too good of a setup. Slattery put it over the net, and it was just in a perfect position for Evergreen to slam that one home. Vikings now up by 3. And Vasquez out. Both Bairds hit it, and then Vasquez, little outside. Serves up, Vasquez. Nice recovery from the Lady Vikings. That'll be out. That was Shively that just slapped that one. It sailed on her. Strike from Aubrey Baird. A point for the Lady Aces. And Scoter puts it up. It'll come right back over the net. Vasquez and now Baird. And Slattery just misses. It'll be into the net. Quick substitution, and Smith will come into the game. And Scoter steps out for the Aces. Doherty. Oh. Nice recovery from the Aces. Doherty again, and good job, Hicksville, with the block. Pull within 2. And Taylor Slattery back to serve. Doherty to Shively, and over it goes for the Vikings. Doherty, great save. That could be trouble. Aces get it over. Nice setup. And another strike. Aces keep it alive. Nice little push over by Baird. And a point for Hicksville. They draw to within 1. Slattery drops back to serve yet again. Nice serve from Taylor. Off the hands of Sin Tobin and out of bounds. We're tied at 11. Doherty. As the Aces pull out into the lead. Slattery, another good serve. That'll be an ace. Slattery, another good-looking serve. Doherty gets it up, and they're able to send it back over the net. A set up for the Aces. Baldwin, too long. Too much on that one from Elise Baldwin. It'll be out on the back line. Paige Shively will drop back to serve for the Lady Vikings. Down by 1. Shively's serve right to Vasquez. get it back into the field of play, and over it goes. Nice save by the Vikings. Aces going for the setup. Baldwin right back at her. Oh, good job by Evergreen, as that was Sintobin that blocked that one. Tied at 13. And the serve stays with the Lady Vikings. Doherty. Aces. Again with the setup. Baldwin. Nice shot. At least Baldwin gets it done that time. And again, we'll have some substitutions. Shively will come out, as well as Merrill for the Lady Vikings, and McAlexander and Inkrot back in for the Aces. It's not quite enough on it from, it was Rostai. Rostai this time, and this time they were able to get it over. Vasquez, and a nice little tap over by Inkrot. Aces up by 3. A timeout on the floor. First timeout of game number 1 called by the Vikings, trailing now by 3. Bill and Chris, we're glad to have you with you on this Saturday as they are bringing you volleyball action. It's the first of 2 Saturdays that we're going to be here at the Red Zone. We've got another one coming up on October 7th. That'll be a little bit different, though. Instead of a straight volleyball matchup, it's going to be a tri-meet. So we will be here in the main gymnasium with the varsity teams. The Aces will play, and then the other 2 schools will play, and then the Aces will play again. It'll be best 2 out of 3 for each of those matches. So that'll be coming up October 7th. We'll look forward to that. As, again, I think the regular season is set to wrap up right around October the 12th, 13th. And, again, as we mentioned, the sectionals are due to start the week of October 16th. So they'll run through the timeout. Aces up by 3, and they have the serve. Evie McAlexander. Vasquez. Baird. Inkrot. That'll be out. Doherty for Evergreen, and that'll be in. Just barely. So the serve will go back to Evergreen. Haley Johnson dropping back to serve. Her team down by 3. Johnson's serve. It's a good one to Vasquez. Baird. Baldwin. And just outside. Elise just missed that time. One more for Johnson here. Aubrey Baird and Baldwin again, and that one's blocked. But it comes down on the wrong side of the net. And it's a point for the Aces. Van Scoter checks back in for Hicksville. Smith steps out. Aubrey Baird puts up the serve. Rostai. And that's going to be trouble. It is. Two-point game. Aces still with the advantage, but the serve returns to Evergreen. Sintobin drops back. Vasquez gets it over. And that one's got some heat on it, but the Aces dig it out. Inkrot puts it over the net. Oh. Point for the Lady Vikings. St-Tobin will serve again. Looking to tie it up with his serve. Right to Vasquez, now to Baird. Baldwin, that'll be out. So we're tied at 18. Aces, Inkrot. Down to Vasquez and Baird. Rostai, right to Vasquez. Almost to the bleachers. Martina puts it up. Rostai, slap it over. Baird. Baird, a little tap over and catches him flat-footed, and that's a point for the Aces. Slattery will come back in, and Baldwin will step out for Hicksville, and Vasquez drops back to serve. Martina, good-looking serve. That'll be out. So they'll trade points, and the Vikings will get the serve right back. Into the net. So McKenna Baird will get the serve for the Aces. Baird, ball up, and Van Scoter mistimes it. She knew it too. She was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed it. So tied at 20. And these teams are evenly matched just like the JVs were. And we're going to be down to the wire just about every game, it looks like. Vasquez. Baird. Now Vasquez. Zartman. Evergreen gets it over. And Scoter taps it over. Doherty for Evergreen. Slattery. Count it. Now Lydia Van Scoter back with the serve. Aces up by 1. And that'll be out. Just missed. And Smith will check back into the game for the Aces. Back in for Evergreen, number 3, Brooks and Tobin. Doherty back to serve. Serves up. And that's in. Nice job by Aubrey Baird. Elise Baldwin back into the game as Martina Vasquez will step out. And it'll be Taylor Slattery with the serve. Team's up 22-21. Slattery's serve looks good. Doherty. Baird, and here comes Baldwin. That'll be out. And we're tied at 22, and it'll be Shively to serve for the Lady Vikings. And that's the one that's inbounds for Baldwin. Aces go up 23-22. They'll get the serve back. 2 points away. And again, McAlexander substituting in, as does Inkrot. McAlexander. Nice easy serve. Over it goes, and they find the empty spot in the defense, and we're tied at 23. Again, you got to win by at least 2. Johnson for the Lady Vikings. Baird, Baldwin. Inkrot, Darty, and up and over, and that's out. So it'll be Aces game point, and Aubrey Baird with the serve for Hicksville. Timeout called by the Lady Vikings. That'll be their last, as they need to try to stave off the Aces going up 1-0 here in the varsity match. They are up 24-23. So, did you try the breakfast pizza between matches?
No. I ended up just going with the hot dogs.
I figured you'd chicken out.
I had a fellow track player that was like, hey, the hot dogs are done, and I wanted those hot dogs fresh.
Okay.
I did get a batch of popcorn, though. It's been a while since I've had the popcorn. So
I bet myself $1 that you wouldn't do the breakfast pizza, so I made $1. All right, here we go. Game point for the Aces. Baird up. Rostai taps it over. Back over it comes Darty. Rostai sets it up. Nice little push. Aces are ready. Baldwin. Set up. Vasquez digs it out of there. Baird tosses it over. Rostai puts it up the second hit. Third hit goes over. Aces set. Alexander, Baird, Baldwin. In. Nope, out. Yeah, I was about to say, I thought it looked in to me. Aces win game 1, 25-23. Take a 1-0 lead in this best 3 out of 5 varsity match. 3 minutes between games. That'll give me time to say a big thank you to one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters, and that's going to be the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. The Hicksville Pharmacy has a full-service pharmacy for you and your family's pharmaceutical needs. They also have medical supplies and equipment, over-the-counter medications, gifts, sundries, and so much more. Next time you're in downtown Hicksville, stop by and see for yourself what a difference being locally owned and operated makes. We want to thank the Myers family so very much for their continued Diamond Level support. As Diamond Level underwriter, they help bring you all of our Aces sports coverage across all of our platforms here on Hicksville Community Television. We want to thank them so very much. And, hey, if you'd like to get the latest information on COVID boosters, flu shots, or more, give them a call, 419-542-6218. And, again, we want to thank them so very much and hope you will do the same. They're the reason why we were able to keep these live streams free of charge, because of the underwriting support from our community. The Hicksville Pharmacy, again, they're your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Well, we've got some time here. We've been asked to pass along. Coach Lavin asked if we pass along for her. Coming up next week on Tuesday night, the Aces will be hosting Paulding at home in GMC volleyball action. And we've been asked to pass along that we want as many of you as possible to come out and see the game in person. It's going to be a purple out. That's right. We've had white outs and blackouts. Next Tuesday on the 26th, it's a purple out theme, and that's because the evening is in support of Hicksville 6th grader Kirsten Vetter. She is battling cancer, and purple is her favorite color, so they want everybody to come out to help support Kirsten and her family and wear that purple. It's a sign of community support for her, to let her know that she is not alone in her struggle. So we'll look forward to seeing you, and if you can't make it, of course, we'll have it for you live here on HIX-TV. But we want to see that stand across from us packed with a lot of purple on Tuesday night. It's a purple out to help support 6th grader Kirsten Vetter from Hicksville in her battle against cancer. So I don't need to say too much more. We're going to have a lot of people wearing purple. I just know it. Back in action, the serve goes to the Vikings, and that'll be out. So the Aces will jump out to an early 1-0 lead in game number 2. Evie McAlexander dropping back to serve. Homecoming weekend here for the Aces. McAlexander's serve is up, and that's going to be an ace. Yep. Goes off the back wall. Aces up 2-0. McAlexander's serve. Daugherty, Rostai. Daugherty again. Smith, Baird, Vasquez. Evergreen looks to answer. Vasquez gets it up. Baird. Yep, that'll be a point for the Aces. Up 3-0. Alexander, another good serve. Daugherty gets it over for the Lady Vikings. Baird puts it up. Inkrot out. Good job by Mika Inkrot. Aces up now 4-0. Vasquez. Evergreen puts it over. Smith, Baird, McAllen. Yep, I take that back. That was Baldwin. Johnson. Oh, that's going to be trouble. Caught McAlexander going backwards, and she wasn't able to get much on the ball, so first point of game 2 for the Vikings, and they'll get the service back. They had the opening serve to start the game. Johnson serve over the net. It drops in nicely. 4-2. I said, so far the way these teams have been playing, you can't really get excited if one team is leading by 4 or even 5 points, because the number of times the other teams have battled back to tie it up. That one's going to go into, well, doesn't go into the stands. Baldwin gets it over. They clear it. Rostai. Now to Vasquez digging it out of there. Baldwin and Inkrot. Daugherty. Over it goes. Alexander. Baird taps it over. Again, McAlexander. Again, Baldwin. It's blocked. That time, though, out of bounds. Point to the Aces. And Aubrey Baird drops back to serve for Hicksville. Smith steps out. Van Scoter back in. Into the net. Don't often see that from Aubrey Baird, but it does happen every once in a while. So they give the point away, and the serve goes back. And it'll be Sintobin. And she'll serve it into the net. So I guess they'll trade net serves. Each team gives the other one a point. Vasquez drops back to serve for Hicksville. Martinez serve. It's a good one. Ooh. And Scoter, and it'll be out. Six to 4. Taylor Johnson, number 10. Back to serve for the Vikings. Slattery, Baird, over it goes. Oh. McAlexander was down too low, and it goes laterally instead of up. And it's a 1-point game. Johnson will serve again. Vasquez, close. Just not quite enough on it to clear the net. And we're tied at 6. Up. And that'll give the Vikings their first lead of game 2, 7-6. Slattery, Beard taps it over. Rosti setting it up for Evergreen. Aces respond. Beard puts it up. Vasquez off of Johnson's hands. Now Daughtery. Vasquez and Inkrot. That's going to be a point for the Aces. Tied up at 7 again. And again, we'll have some substitutions. Excuse me. As McKenna Baird will come in. And London Zartman checking in for the Aces as well. Beard, nice looking serve. Shively, Daugherty. Zartman doesn't clear the net, and the Vikings go back up by 1. Slattery gets it over. Good hit. That was Addison Ricker, number 12. Put the Vikings up by a couple. Slattery. And Scoder puts it over. Daugherty. Baird. And Vasquez saves it. Nope. Under the net, and another point for the Lady Vikings. Leading now 10-7. Continuing to serve here. Serves up. McKenna Baird. And Slattery puts it over. That'll be Ace's point. And we'll have to do a quick. That last hit knocked the mast off. And so the officials will put it back in its proper position.
Looks like it got knocked either to the left or to the right, so it wasn't centered.
And so they had to
recenter it.
They have to. They're held in by Velcro. They had to pull the big Velcro strap, and then they needed somebody to hold it, and then somebody to reapply the strap, and that's going to be a point for the Aces. Nice job as the Hicksville squad pulls back to within 1 point. Lydia Van Scoter with the service. And here it comes. Into the net. Shively's shot just not quite high enough. Tied at 10. Van Scoter continues to serve. And that's into the net. So Van Scooter will step out, and Smith back into the game for the Aces. Back in for Evergreen, number 3, Brookson Tobin. And Doherty will drop back to serve. Doherty serve. Slattery now to McKenna Baird. Slattery puts it over. Smith. And that's Aubrey Baird. Johnson puts it in. Vikings up now 12-10. Evergreen looking to even this varsity matchup at 1 game each. Doherty. Baird. The other Baird. And Slattery. Taylor taps it over. Doherty digs it out. Shively puts some mustard on that one. It's off of Smith's arms, and another point for Evergreen. In. Nice shot, Aubrey Baird. Senior gets the job done, gets the point for her team, and gets the serve back. Taylor Slattery dropping back to serve the volleyball. For the Lady Aces, Slattery serve into the net. And again, you don't see that from Taylor very often either. She's had some great runs as serving even earlier today. Shively. Baldwin goes for the strike. A nice block by Merrill. And Shively will get ready to serve again. Tap over, Doherty. Aces dig it out of there. Set up, Baldwin. Nice placement from Elise Baldwin. And the Aces will get the point and the serve, and it'll be McAlexander dropping back. That'll be a point for the Aces as somebody was out of position. So easy point for Hicksville there. They'll salvage that one. They get it over. Set up Baldwin. Nice recovery from Evergreen. Johnson put some smoke on it. Lady Aces recover. Now Doherty puts it up. Rosti. And that'll be a point for the Aces as the Lady Vikings go into the net. Now it's a 1-point game again. Alexander, good look and serve. Tap over. Inkrot, and they manage to save it. Great job by the Lady Aces. Johnson taps it over. And they're going to do it again. Vasquez. Baird. Another save. Baldwin. And that'll be, well, their luck ran out that time. Man, some miraculous saves in that volley series from the Lady Aces. And we'll have a pause for a moment while a shoe gets tied. And Johnson will get ready to serve for Evergreen. Vasquez out of position, and that'll be another point. Tap over. Baldwin. Inkrot timed it perfectly. Gets the kill. Vikings still up by 2, but the Lady Aces get the volleyball back, and Aubrey Baird back to serve for Hicksville. And just like that, another point, and the serve returns to Evergreen. Sintobin dropping back to serve. Alexander to Inkrot. Vasquez puts it over. That'll be in. Sintobin to serve again. Alexander, Aubrey Baird, Elise Baldwin buries it. And Elise will step out. Slattery back in for her. Vasquez back to serve. Martina, good looking serve. Doherty. That'll be out. Aces back to within 2. Another serve from Martina Vasquez. She'll move over to the other side. Vasquez smokes it over. High. Doherty. Back to Vasquez. Aubrey Baird. Inkrot. Off the hands of Taylor Johnson. And the Vikings hit 20. Taylor Johnson back to serve. Slattery. Boom. And we'll have a bunch of substitutions here. 2 in, 2 out for both teams. McKenna Baird back to serve for Hicksville. Down by 2. Baird serve. Doherty. Shively. A little bit on the lucky side there, but it doesn't matter. Shively bounces it over off the top of the net, and that throws the timing off for the Aces. Point for the Lady Vikings. 3-point game again. Nash. Baird taps it over to Doherty. Shively. Baird, and then Baldwin hits it over. And Scoter. Makes it 21-19, and Lydia will drop back to serve now. And Scoter. Doherty. Nice block. Doherty gets it over. And Scoter. Baird. And Slattery kills it. Make it a 1-point game. And Scoter will serve again. Timeout on the floor. So 21-20, a timeout on the floor. That'll be the Aces' first timeout, as they again would love to be able to go up 2 games to none on these Lady Vikings from Evergreen. Bill and Chris, we're glad to have you here with us. I hope you are enjoying our live coverage. We want to say a welcome to our viewers from the Evergreen area tuning in to watch their Lady Vikings play here at Hicksville this Saturday morning. And if you are enjoying our live stream coverage, whether you're watching us from Hicksville or from Evergreen or anywhere else around the world, and you'd like to be a part of our Hicksville community for the Hicksville Community Television. If you haven't already done so, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. We'd love to have you as a subscriber. You can hit the button for notifications. You'll be notified whenever we schedule a live stream and whenever we post new content to our video on demand library. Thanks to all those who have subscribed. And again, if you haven't done so, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you, again, as part of our community here at Hicksville Community Television. And Scoter's serve. Up, Shively. Right back at her, and that's in. That was in, yeah. That should be aces. Oh, they're going to give them, okay. It looked to me like that ball was inbounds, and one flag person said it was inbounds, one flag person said it was not. And the officials decide to give the point to the Vikings. 22-20 now Evergreen, and they've got the serve. Darty puts the ball up, and that'll be a point as it goes off the hands of Smith. And another timeout from the Aces bench. Here in game number 2. Again, we wanted to make mention that this is homecoming weekend for the Aces, and hopefully you had a chance to enjoy the homecoming parade and the pregame festivities at Aces Field last night. If you were not able to do that, we were there, and you can recapture the magic here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Just go to the live tab in our video library, and you can watch last night's action and catch the parade as it made its way into the stadium and the pregame ceremonies. We live streamed them all for you last night. Back in action here, Darty, ball in the air. Aces get it over Daughtery. And that's going to be into the net on Slattery. So game point for the Vikings. 24-20 right now. Darty back to serve. Ball's up. Slattery, Baird, and Taylor again. Aubrey Baird, and that'll be out of bounds, and a point to the Lady Aces. They're not done yet. And Taylor Slattery back to serve. Down by 3. Slattery, good looking serve. And that's going to be trouble. And it's going to be really trouble. It's not going to make it. That's a point for the Lady Aces. 4 hits for the Vikings. Slattery with another serve coming up. And into the net, and just like that, the game's over. And the Lady Vikings win game 2, 25-22. So we're all even now at 1 game each in this best 3 out of 5 varsity match. We'll get ready for game 3, and I'll take some time here to say a big thank you to another one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters, and that's going to be ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, a world-class facility located right here in Hicksville's Industrial Park, offering all kinds of solutions for business and industry, including robotics, plasma, welding, so much more. We want to thank Denny Vetter and the whole gang for their continued support of all of our Aces sports broadcasts here on Hicksville Community Television. They're such great members of this community. Whenever you see community efforts, the splash pad and so many other things over the years, you'll always see ARC Solutions Incorporated as one of the sponsors or one of the people helping support that effort. We want to thank them so very much for all they do in this community, and not the least of which is helping us out here at Hicksville Community Television. You know, every time you see Aces sports action here on HIX-TV, and every time you're able to enjoy our live stream coverage of Aces sports for free, it's thanks to the generous underwriting support of fine institutions such as ARC Solutions. If you'd like to find out more about ARC Solutions and the many great things that they do, check them out online at www.arcsolinc.com. Our diamond level underwriting supporter, ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, and online at www.arcsolinc.com. Hey, we want to say a big congratulations to the members of the 2023 Homecoming Court for Hicksville, Ohio. King and Queen, Olivia Clark and Eric Iden, as well as the attendants and their escorts for the freshmen. It was McKenna Baird and Zane Trezinka. For the sophomore, McKenna Rice and Luke Eicher. For the juniors, it was Ashlyn Story and Bronson Graber and Delaney Bagley and Noah Harmon. For the senior class, and again with Mr. Iden and Olivia, the king and queen. Hope they have a great time at the dance tonight. They had a lot of fun. They had Spirit Week all this week at school. They had different themes going on every day. And we hope they have a great time this evening as they wrap up homecoming weekend here in Hicksville. They'll sound the horn, and we'll get ready to get game number 3 underway. It'll be the Aces with the ball and the serve to get things started. Martina Vasquez going to be serving the volleyball up here shortly. We're underway. Tap over by Baldwin. And a point for the Aces. And they'll get that back into the field to play. Rossi gets it over. And Vasquez to Darty, and it drops in. Aces up 2-0. Vasquez. Rossi sets it up. Tobin knocks it across. Up and great save. It's in. Great job by Vasquez. Not only saved it, but drops it in bounds. Vasquez off the hands. Nice recovery by Evergreen, Aubrey Baird, and Baldwin for the point. Vasquez, that's going to be out. A little too much on that one from Martina. And Lisa Rosti serves it up, a high serve. Baird and Baldwin. Johnson on the other side to Vasquez, Aubrey Baird, and Baldwin again. Point for the Aces. McAlexander and Inkrot into the game for Hicksville. McAlexander going back to serve. Minka Inkrot just promoted up to varsity today, as a matter of fact, for this match. Doing well so far. Baldwin, Inkrot. And now Johnson blocked and out of bounds. Point goes to the Vikings. They'll get the serve back, and Johnson, Haley Johnson. There are two Johnsons on the roster. There's Haley and Taylor. This is Haley dropping back. Whoop. And that one off the wrong part of her hand, and into the net it goes. Aces up 6-2. Van Scoter will check back in for Hicksville. And Aubrey Baird drops back to serve. That'll be an ace. Baird serve, drops in again. Timeout. Vikings down by 6, and they call the first timeout of game 3. Hey, we want to let everybody know, if you caught the live update we did on Wednesday, we were talking about our broadcast schedule and our live stream schedule coming up for next week. We mentioned that we were going to be doing JV football on Monday at 5 o'clock with the Aces hosting the Ayersville Pilots. That game has been canceled, so we do want to let you know that you can scratch that one off the schedule. I think they already have it on the school's website, and we'll try to remember to post a reminder for you on Monday. But just an adjustment to our live stream schedule. Since the game is canceled, we will not be live streaming JV football for you on Monday afternoon. Back in action. Well, we're just about ready to get back in action. There we go. The whistle's blown. And Aubrey Baird sends it over. Boom. Baird. And Scoder gets it back over, and they'll knock it over again. And it's not going to make it. Oh, they get it over. Okay. Baldwin. Baldwin will set it up now. Baird and Baldwin again. That'll be another point for the Aces, up 9-2 now. But again, the way these Vikings have been playing, these are a couple of feisty teams. They've been battling back on both sides of the volleyball. Baird, another nice serve off of Inkrot's hand. Baird again, and Mika Inkrot mistimed the jump just a little bit into the net, and a point for the Vikings as Sintobin will drop back to serve. Brooke Sintobin for Evergreen, and that'll be out. That floated on Brooke, and Elise Baldwin back to serve for the Aces. Baldwin serve. Right to Doherty. Now to Rostai. Over it goes, and that'll be out. That was Taylor Johnson hitting that out the back. Baldwin's second serve. Nice, easy serve. Over it goes. Boom. Slattery with the kill. At least I think that's a kill. I don't know that much about volleyball, but it sounds good, so I'll say it. Van Scoder. Baldwin puts it over. Rostai. Johnson. And Baird hits it over. Another nice volley for the Aces. Oh, a little too close to the net. Baldwin couldn't get underneath it in time. Another double substitution for the Evergreen Vikings. Back to serve is Merrill. And Shively checks back into the game for them as well. Merrill's serve. It's going to be out. And now we'll have a double substitution for the Aces as Zartman and McKenna Baird back out onto the floor for Hicksville. Slattery, Baird, Taylor again, boom. That's it. Saw that one coming. Perfect position for Taylor Slattery, and she puts it down. McKenna Baird. Nice block. Shively out. Oh, they're going to say in. Oh, okay. Serve goes back to the Lady Vikings. Ball's up. Whoa, little confusion there, but the Aces get it sorted out. That'll be a point for the Vikings. Nash, another serve coming. Nash's serve is up. Slattery. Baird. Up. And the 10-point lead is now down to 7. Nash will serve again. Vasquez. Aubrey Baird, Van Scoter. There we go. And Van Scoter will drop back to serve. And all set and ready to go. Lydia Van Scoter with the serve for the Aces, up by 8. And that'll be a point for Hicksville as the ball goes out of bounds and none of the Aces touched it. And Scoter again. Shively. That one within 10 feet of Christopher. He was so busy doing stuff that he didn't even realize
Was
it.
that the bang I felt?
Yeah, that was the volleyball.
Okay.
It almost hit you.
I thought it was a person.
He is so busy doing his work over there that he didn't even realize. Out. Aubrey Baird a little too much on it that time. It'll go out and point for the Evergreen Vikings. And Doherty back to serve. Baird, Vasquez, and Aubrey Baird put it over. Tobin, and it's blocked by Slattery. Slattery puts it up again, and it just barely gets over. And that time Johnson just misses the shot. It drops, and the Aces will get the point. Elise Baldwin back into the game. Taylor Slattery will step out for Hicksville, and Martina Vasquez back to serve. Vasquez serve. It's a good one. Sartman to McKenna Baird. Over it goes from Vasquez. And that'll be a point for the Aces as 4 hits. Aces up now 18-9. Vasquez serving yet again. Vasquez serve. Another good one. And Evergreen sort of stood there trying to decide who was going to do what. And ball was hit by Doherty, number 14, Mary Doherty, into the net. That went up into the superstructure. Comes back down and over it goes. Vasquez. Aubrey Baird puts it over, and that'll go under the net, and another point for the Aces as they hit 20. Vasquez hits it out. And Shively drops back to serve. Paige Shively puts it over. Vasquez, Baird. Vasquez again, and Baird, and this time Baldwin will tap it over and drops it in. McAlexander will come in now for London Zartman. We'll also have substitutions on the other side. DeRossi will come back in for Shively for the Vikings. And Inkrot in for McKenna Baird. McAlexander's serve. And it's going to be a carry, yep. Point for the Lady Vikings. Mary Daughtery comes out for Evergreen. Johnson serve off the hands of Smith against the back wall. Johnson set to serve again. Haley Johnson. Ball's up. McAlexander, Baird, and a nice tap over from Elise Baldwin again. And Smith will come out. Van Scoter in for her. And Aubrey Baird drops back to serve for Hicksville. Baird serve. That'll be out. And so that'll be a point for the Aces, as there was some confusion about substitution.
I heard.
And there was a couple whistles, and I think that one official thought the whistle was the okay, and he gave the okay whistle for the serve.
So I heard Sydney say she did not call a substitute.
Yeah.
So, and of course, you were allowed to serve. So.
Yeah. Well, as soon as they give you the whistle, as soon as the one official gives you the whistle, then you're free to serve. So Baird serves again. And over it goes. McAlexander, Baird, and Baldwin will toss it over. Rostai, and that'll be Johnson. Back to Baird, Vasquez, and Baird again. Vasquez, Aubrey Baird, and Elise Baldwin buries it. And it's going to be game point for the Aces. Aubrey Baird holds the serve. Baird serve. And that'll be out. So the Aces will win game 3, 25-12. And out of all the games that have been played here, including the junior varsity, this is the most lopsided game. All the other ones have been 2 3-point games. This one is the first dominating win by either team. So we've finished 3 now, and the Aces take the lead in this varsity match 2-1. Big thank you to another one of our diamond level underwriting supporters, and that's the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and of course online at jimschmidtauto.com. If you're in the market for a vehicle, whether you're looking for one that is brand spanking new or pre-owned, be it a car, truck, van, or SUV, check out the selection on the lots, or you can check out the entire dealer inventory online anytime at jimschmidtauto.com. Don't see what you're looking for? Let the folks at Jim Schmidt know what you're interested in. They always do their best to try to find you exactly the vehicle you want and one that will best serve you and your family's transportation needs. It's all about service before, during, and after the sale. We're so proud to have them. It's our diamond level supporter. All of our sports, 15 years now, I think, in a row, that Jim Schmidt has been underwriting all of our Aces sports coverage on HIX-TV. We want to thank them so very much. Hopefully you will do the same. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Hey, next week, we've been talking about things coming up next week. Next week on Thursday, the Lady Aces will be back in action here at the Red Zone in non-conference volleyball action, hosting East Side out of Indiana. But it's going to be senior night. The two seniors on the Lady Aces squad, Aubrey Baird and Martina Vasquez, are going to be recognized and celebrated. So, again, we want to invite all of you to come on out and join us here in person at the Red Zone if you can, to, again, give some well-deserved recognition to Aubrey and Martina as they get set to wrap up their volleyball career here at Hicksville. The celebration is going to be between the JV and the varsity matches. And, of course, we'll extend our live stream and make sure that we bring you all of that if you cannot make it here in person. But if you can, again, try to make it out next Thursday and join us for senior night for the Lady Aces, recognizing and celebrating Aubrey Baird and Martina Vasquez before the varsity match with East Side out of Indiana. All right, it's the Aces with a 2-game-to-1 advantage here in this varsity match as we get ready to get Game 4 up and running. It'll be the Lady Vikings with the serve to start Game 4. Bill Murphy and Chris Warner, we're your crew from Hicksville Community Television. Glad to have you with us as we come to you live from the Red Zone here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Rostai across the net. Baldwin to Baird. Baldwin again. Smacks it down. Nice save by the Evergreen Vikings. Baird, Vasquez gets it across the net. Rostai again, that's Johnson. Vasquez, Baird tops it over. Aubrey Baird, Baldwin drops it in. Nice touch from Elise Baldwin as the Aces take early 1-0 lead. Evie McAlexander and Mika Inkrot checking back into the game for the Lady Aces. McAlexander into the net. Quick substitution into the game, number 5, Lene Mans. She'll come in for Haley Johnson. So Mans dropping back to serve for the Lady Vikings. Mans serve right to Vasquez. Now to Baird. Oh, and a great block to put the Vikings on top 2-1. Early in game number 4. Mans, second serve. Out. Good job, Martina Vasquez, holding up and not going after that. Aubrey Baird back to serve now for the Lady Aces. Baird, good looking serve. And Vasquez. And it'll be out of bounds. Inkrot did a good job trying to get it back into control, but she goes into the pylon. Now Sintobin. And Sintobin floats it out of the back. That's twice now she's done that on her serves. A little too much adrenaline, evidently, or Baldwin serve. And Van Scoter gets it over the net. Baldwin, Baird, and Inkrot blocked. Slattery sinks it. Puts the Aces up now 4-3. They'll get the serve back. People bumping into each other. Aubrey Baird gets it over the net. And that one right into the midsection of Evie McAlexander. And she missed it with her hand, so we're tied at 4. Taylor Johnson serve. Slattery, Aubrey Baird, and Slattery again. And again, Slattery kills it. And Shively will come in for Rosti, and also back into the game, number 7, Cameron Merrill for Evergreen. There we go. Got to get it official. And on the other side, McKenna Baird will come in for Mika Inkrot, and London Zartman back in for Evie McAlexander. McKenna Baird serve, and that'll be out. Zartman, good hit, but it went in the wrong direction. We're tied at 5. Game number 4 of the varsity matchup here this afternoon. Our Saturday morning special on HIX-TV. Ball's up, off of Vasquez and out of bounds. Nash will get another serve here. Nash's serve to McKenna Baird, and Van Scoter almost found the hole. Shively off the top of the net and out of bounds. So now Lydia Van Scoter will drop back to serve. And substituting into the game for Evergreen, number 14, Mary Daugherty. So 2 Daughertys out on the floor now for the Lady Vikings. And Scoter. Johnson. Vasquez. Slattery. Just outside the line. Just missed. Smith will come in for Van Scoter. And Molly Daugherty with the serve. Nice. Aubrey Baird gets the point. Taylor Slattery out. Elise Baldwin back into the game for the Aces. That one will be out. So we'll stay tied at 7. Shively back now to serve for Evergreen. Shively into the net. She'll give up the point. And again, we'll have a double substitution on both sides of the net. And Evie McAlexander will get ready to serve for the Aces. Tied at 8. McAlexander out. And another quick substitution is they'll put Nash back in. And also they'll substitute Mans, Lydia Mans in. And Mans will drop back to serve. Vikings up by a point. Need to win this game to draw even. If the Aces win, they'll take the varsity match. So it's a must win. And into the net it goes. So Aces, again, looking to wrap it up here in the varsity match with a win here in Game 4. Aubrey Baird's, and they managed to save it. Martina Vasquez. Baird will knock it over. Rosti, and blocked by Baldwin, and well, I don't even think she really needed to block it. I think it went into the top of the net. So point for the Aces, and Aubrey Baird back to serve again. Baird's second serve. High return, Rostai, and over it goes and out. Baldwin, Doherty, Inkrot again. And that's going to barely make it over. And that's good. It should be. Now they're going to say out. Okay. I thought it was on the line. But no. Ooh, saw that one coming. Too nice of a setup, and Evergreen drives that one down, and we're tied at 11 again. And it'll be Sintobin back to serve again. Sintobin clears the net this time. Aubrey Baird, Baldwin. Under the net it goes, and it'll be a point for the Aces. And Elise Baldwin back to serve. Her team up by a point. Baldwin serve. Inkrot out. Mika just too much on that one. Taylor Johnson back to serve. Tied at 12. Evie McAlexander, Vasquez, and Slattery taps it over. That'll be out. That was Ricker hitting that one. A little too much on it, and it just misses that back line. Aces will be up by a point now. Again, 13-12. Into the game, Kennedy Adams for the Aces. McAlexander tried to hit the corner and had a little too much on it. Ball goes out into the hallway. And back into the game, Haley Johnson for Evergreen. They track the ball down, and Nash will get ready to serve. Tied at 13. Vasquez. Baird. Vasquez again. Doherty. And that'll be a point for the Lady Vikings. Ball's up. Aubrey Baird puts it over. Shively. And a nice block by Van Scoter to tie us back up at 14. Mary Doherty into the game now for Evergreen, and Van Scoter back to serve. Lydia's serve goes over. Shively. And Aubrey Baird puts it over. Nice block, a nice recovery. Couldn't pull it off that time. Molly Doherty. Out. Vasquez back to serve, and we're tied at 15. Goes over, Vasquez. Aubrey Baird. Elise Baldwin spikes it home. Another serve for Vasquez. Tap over. Aubrey Baird. Baldwin again. Vasquez. Another nice looking serve. Good setup. And that one, Smith just missed it. Shively back to serve now for Evergreen. Nice setup. Baird and Baldwin saves it. Johnson. And that one's out. Point to the Aces. And McAlexander and Inkrot back into the game. Evie McAlexander back to serve. Substitutions on the Evergreen side as well. Here we go. McAlexander, nice looking serve. Rosti sets it up. Over it goes. And they find the gap and score. Mary Doherty coming out, back into the game, number 8, Lila Nash. Johnson dropping back to serve, Haley Johnson. Her team down by 1. Johnson. Baird, Inkrot. And blocked by Taylor Johnson. And we're tied at 18. Haley Johnson back to serve again. And Smith punts it underneath the net. And the Vikings now go up by 1. Johnson, Vasquez, Aubrey Baird, Elise Baldwin. There we go. And Scoder will come in and Smith will come out. Aubrey Baird serve. Vasquez. Over it goes. Inkrot, Aubrey Baird. Vasquez saves it. And that was out. Inkrot just missed. Vikings hit 20. Sintobin. Vasquez, Baird, and Martina gets it over. Inkrot. Baldwin. Baird. And nice. Mika Inkrot got the touch that time. And we're even at 20. And Elise Baldwin back to serve now. Baldwin. And McAlexander, that might have been out if she hadn't, but she got her hand on it, and so the Vikings are up by 1 again. And Taylor Johnson drops back to serve. Johnson, McAlexander, and Slattery puts it over. And that one goes down on the wrong side of the net, and it's 22-20 and timeout on the floor. Aces will call their first timeout of game 4. They're down by 2, trying to wrap this one up and not having to go to a 5th and final deciding game. We've had a lot of 5-game varsity matches so far this season in our coverage. So it'd be kind of nice to wrap it up in 4. I know that's what they're thinking over on the Aces side of the net. Bill and Chris, we're so glad to have you with us. And again, hope you've been enjoying our live coverage on this Saturday. A little after 1 o'clock now. As we got a late start, the Evergreen Vikings were about a half hour late getting here. So instead of starting at 10 like we had originally been scheduled to do, we really didn't get underway till about 10:25. So the Lady Aces will break huddle. Again, they're down by 2, and it's going to be the Vikings with the lead, the serve, and the ball here when we resume play. Taylor Johnson puts the ball in the air. Baird. Over it goes, Vasquez to Baird. Slattery touches it over. Vasquez, Slattery, and Baird tips it over. And a nice touch. Lila Nash, Lila Nash touches it in. Johnson serve. Vasquez, Aubrey Baird, and Taylor Slattery drops it in. 23-21, and the Lady Aces get the serve back. We're going to have Shively and Merrill checking back in the game for Evergreen, and McKenna Baird in for Mika Inkrot. And Baird drops back to serve for the Aces. McKenna Baird serve to Daugherty. And off of McKenna Baird's hands and out of bounds, and it is game point for the Vikings. And another timeout from the Aces bench. So again, a reminder, coming up next week, we've got, again, 2 nights of volleyball action coming your way on Tuesday and Thursday here on HIX-TV. Tuesday night, it'll be GMC volleyball against the Lady Panthers of Paulding, and it's a purple out night to support 6th grader Kirsten Vetter in her battle against cancer. So come on out, wear your purple on Tuesday. And then Thursday, east side of Indiana here in non-conference action, it'll be senior night to recognize seniors Aubrey Baird and Martina Vasquez with a special ceremony between the JV and varsity matches on Thursday night. And, of course, we still have volleyball to go this afternoon from the Red Zone on this Saturday. Game point. Slattery. Van Scoter gets it across the net. Nice setup. Ricker. And that'll drop in. 24-22, the Aces stay alive. Van Scoter drops back to serve. Lydia's serve over the net. And Aces, Van Scoter, Baird. Over it goes, and it's good. Van Scoter with another serve and another timeout. But this will be the last timeout of this game, I believe. No, I take it back. That's the first timeout taken by Evergreen. They have one remaining. So Evergreen's coach calling their first timeout of Game 4. As the Aces have battled back to make it a one-point game. You have to win by 2, obviously. And the Aces will have the ball and the serve when we get back into action here. As a smaller than usual crowd here at the red zone, but not to be unexpected. It was, like I said, it was a big night of football last night and early Saturday start. So we're glad that if you couldn't make it out today, that we're able to enjoy the action here on HIX-TV. Lydia Van Scoter getting set to serve. Ball's up. Oh, over it goes. Everybody kind of caught their breath on that one. And Scoter, Baird to the other Baird. Aubrey Baird drops it in, and we're tied at 24. Van Scoter. Evergreen looks to set it up. Aubrey Baird, McKenna Baird, Aubrey Baird again. Van Scoter, McKenna Baird, Vasquez, Doherty, Johnson. Get ready to send it back the other way. Vasquez. And so the serve will go back to Evergreen, and it'll be game point for them. Molly Jo Doherty. Into the net, and we're tied at 25. Vasquez back to serve. High one, and they'll tip that one over. And that'll be a point for the Vikings, as again they'll go up 26-25, and they'll have game point and the serve. And Shively back to serve. Baldwin taps it over. Shively. Elise Baldwin gets it over again. McAlexander. And that's going to drop down, and we'll be tied at 26. Evie McAlexander dropping back to serve now. Shively. Baird sends it over. McKenna Baird, Aubrey Baird, and that's good. So now it's going to be match point for the Aces. And again, Evie McAlexander back to serve, and timeout. Zell Iser. This will be the last timeout of the game, called by head coach Troy Zabawa of Evergreen. As all these games, there's only been the one game, Game 3, which was 25-12. That's the only lopsided game. All the other games that they've played here between either varsity or JV have been, 2 3-point games. They've been battling down to this is the second time we've gone into overtime here. They'll count down the last few seconds. The Vikings will break huddle. And here we go. Evie McAlexander with the serve. She gets the go ahead. McAlexander and Alexander. Baldwin gets it over. A block. Vasquez, Baird, Baldwin. Johnson, McKenna Baird, Aubrey Baird. McKenna Baird taps it over again. Shively, Johnson. And then the Aces win 28-26. And with that, Hicksville wins the varsity match 3-1. I got to catch my breath a little bit here. Oh, my goodness. Well, we want to say a big thank you as we wrap things up to another one of our diamond-level underwriters here at Hicksville Community Television, our good friends at APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park. APT Manufacturing Solutions offers solutions to business and industry like welding, powder coating, safety equipment, and so much more. And they are looking to add to their workforce. They have great opportunities and positions available. If you'd like to find out more, go online to aptmfg.com/careers. You'll find a complete listing of all the opportunities that they have available. Again, many of them come with specialized training and certification opportunities. You can fill out an application, upload your resume. They would love to hear from you, and who knows, maybe you can become a part of the APT manufacturing family. A great way to start a career, a second career, add to the skills you already have. We want to thank them so very much for their continued support of all of our Aces broadcasts here on Hicksville Community Television. Remember, anytime you see Aces sports action on HIX-TV, they're the ones that help make it possible. Tony Nicewander and the whole gang at APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, and online at aptmfg.com/careers. Well, it was quite a Saturday as, again, we want to congratulate the Lady Aces for winning the varsity matchup 3-1. As a little bit of a nail-biter from time to time, but in the end, they come away with the win here on this Saturday. Want to thank them so very much. And again, we've just thanked the AP. Well, let's thank all of our diamond-level underwriters real quickly once again. A big thank you to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, online at jimschmidtauto.com. Once again, APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and online at aptmfg.com/careers. A big thank you to the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio, and you can call them at 419-542-6218. And, of course, ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, a world-class facility located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and online at www.arcsolinc.com. Thanks to all of them. Again, they help make all of our Aces sports coverage and all of our free live streams possible here on HIX-TV. Want to say a big thank you once again, too, to the Hicksville Athletic Department, Mr. Houghton Overmeyer, for giving us the space and allowing us to be here with the live stream coverage on this Saturday. And thanks to all of you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the live coverage from here at the Red Zone on this Saturday. Hey, don't forget, next week, Tuesday, Paulding Panthers here for volleyball action. A purple out theme to help support 6th grader Kirsten Vetter in her cancer battle. So come on out and join us and wear your purple on Tuesday night. And then Thursday, it'll be non-conference action here at the Red Zone with Eastside, Indiana. We'll be here with that live broadcast as well. But come on out if you can to help recognize. It'll be senior night, recognizing Aubrey Baird and Martina Vasquez. And they'll have a special celebration for those two between the JV and varsity matches on Thursday. And again, come on out if you can. If you can't make it, you can catch all the action right here on HIX-TV. And with that, we're going to wrap things up. Hey, we want to wish everybody a happy remainder of their homecoming weekend here at Hicksville. And once again, your final results in the JV game, it was Evergreen winning the first game 30-28 and the second game 25-21 to win the JV match in straight games 2-0. Here in the varsity matchup, the Aces took the opener 25-23. Then it was Evergreen 25-22. Aces came back to win game 3 25-12 and win a nail-biter. They win game 4 28-26 to take the varsity match 3-1. And with that, we're going to wrap it up. And until we talk to you next week on Tuesday with more volleyball action, for Chris Warner, running the camera and overseeing the live stream, coordinating everything on the laptop, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television, wishing all of you a very good afternoon and good sports.